I am now pleased to introduce Luke Heck. The members of the class of 2014 selected Luke to address our graduation ceremony on their behalf, and an inspired choice you have made. During his time here at the law school, Luke has been involved with several student organizations, including the Criminal Law Society, and he's worked at the Public Defender's Office. He even won last year's law school talent show with a stand-up comedy routine that he has assured me he will not be revisiting this afternoon. He had the same law school mentor for all 3 years, and so we asked for the mentor's reflections on Luke, and his mentor said, Luke will be a great lawyer because he is, quote, eager to learn, and he is always asking great questions. So before he comes up, just a word to Luke's family, particularly his parents, Tom and Pam, and his fiancée, Holly, as I know you're here. You should be very proud of Luke. He has formed strong friendships here, he's worked hard, and he's making the world a better place. But let me make a broader point. Every single one of our graduates has a story to tell, a story of hard work, a story of achievement, of occasional frustration, of hopes and dreams, and of a vocation that calls them to use their gifts to make the world a better place. That is not just a corny, trite expression. It is real, and it's reflected in the lives of the graduates sitting before you. We don't have time for each one of these graduates to share their stories, so they've selected one to speak for them all. So now, class of 2014, please give a rousing salute to your choice to speak on your behalf, Luke Heck.
Thank you very much. Let me please extend a warm welcome to Dr. Sullivan, Dr. Huber, Dean Vischer, the Board of Governors, faculty, staff, fellow classmates, and friends and family and honored guests. Speaking of the faculty, I see a lot of faculty members looking a tad bit confused to exactly why I'm up here. Over the past 3 years, I've won 2 intramural basketball championships and a talent show. But it's been like pulling teeth trying to get a Dean's Award out of you guys. There's still a few minutes, it's not too late, so. When I was selected as class speaker, which I am humbled and grateful for, I thought a lot about what I was going to say about St. Thomas and the education we've received as we enter the legal community. We went to an institution, as Dean Vischer touched on, that was ranked #1 by National Jurist for practical training, and #9 by the Princeton Review for having the best professors. #9 in the Princeton Review, but #1 in our hearts. So always remember that. Thanks to our education, we are more than equipped to enter the legal world and be not only good, but great attorneys. There is no doubt in my mind that all of us will become fantastic lawyers. So rather than talk about what we've learned throughout our great legal education, I've decided to take a few minutes and talk about some lessons I have learned from some amazing individuals to make sure that we don't forget about the great people that we are as well. The first lesson is, well, from you guys. My classmates have taught me a valuable lesson. Ask questions. You guys love to ask questions. And some of you, quite frankly, ask a lot of questions. I say that jokingly, but in all honesty, we are entering a profession where our knowledge is our commodity. And despite having such a great education, if we don't continue to ask questions and learn as much as we can, we're failing our clients and we are failing ourselves. If we walk into our office on the first day of work and hang up our new degree and hang up our certificate from the Supreme Court licensing us to practice law and expect to know everything, we will all be in for quite the wake-up call. We need to continue to ask questions. Don't be afraid that we don't know something. And please continue to strive to learn more. However, the most important question isn't asking how to do something. It is asking why we are doing something. Always ask yourself, why am I making this decision or taking this course of action? Who am I serving? And is this action the right thing to do? Question others to keep learning, but never stop questioning yourself to make sure that you're doing the right thing. Lesson #2. My fiancée, Holly, has taught me a lot about patience. She has been patient with me being busy all the time with school and homework, patient with me as I continually struggle to learn how to fold clothes the right way. It's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. and was willing to wait to get married until I graduated law school. Patience truly is a virtue, and we need to remember to be patient as we enter our profession. Success isn't going to come overnight for most of us. We will struggle in the beginning, whether during our job search or at our first job, and for who knows how long. But if we are patient, our perseverance will pay off. With Holly's help, I've realized that so long as I can remain patient, eventually success will come with hard work, which leads me to my third lesson. My father, Tom, has taught me a lot about hard work. He grew up in rural North Dakota and paid his way through college by custom combining from North Dakota down to Oklahoma and back up. And those were the days back before there were cabs on the combine, so in the morning he would wake up and his eyes would be sealed shut from all the debris flying in his face. I bet they don't have that problem anymore in Mountain Lake, do they, Brady Jansen? After getting his master's, he was hired as an economics professor at a college and was the first one in the office every morning and worked his way up to become vice president. Shortly after he got hired, in fact, the school started a volleyball program and asked him to coach. And he had absolutely no clue how to coach or even how to frankly play volleyball. So naturally, the thing to do would be to take the job. But he worked his tail off and eventually turned the program into conference champions. However, my dad isn't just an example of hard work and dedication in your career. Most importantly, he has worked even harder to be an exceptional husband and father as well. When you leave here today, pass the bar, and begin to practice law, I want you to work hard at your career. But I want to reinforce that we all need to not only work hard in our careers, but we need to work hard in our relationships with our family, with our faith, and with our friends. Remember when you're working tireless hours that when everything is said and done, all of the hard work in the office will be remembered for a while. But the time that we spend with those we care about will be remembered for the longest. But regardless of what you are working on, just remember that unless you wake up with eyes sealed shut from your hard work, you might not be there yet. The fourth and final lesson comes from my mother, Pam, who has taught me how to treat people. My mom is honestly the nicest person that you could ever meet. And I know that a lot of people say that about their mothers. I'm certain that there's fantastic mothers in the crowd today. But with a heavy heart, I regretfully inform you that my mom is actually at the top of the list. I hated to have to do that the day before Mother's Day, everyone. But if you think that was hard, try breaking that news when your future mother-in-law is in the crowd. My mother treats everyone, regardless of who they are or how they have treated her, with nothing but kindness and respect. I have so many examples of her kindness. The list goes on. But if I were to list them all, the class of 2015 would be yelling at me to get off the stage so they could get their diplomas. She has instilled in me that everyone deserves to be treated with compassion, respect, and dignity. And her message planted a seed for me that has really budded over my time at St. Thomas. As I've continued to learn just how important it is to build relationships and devote your life to serving others, as many of you have as well. Please never forget to treat people well, regardless of their relationship to you. Never forget the days when you were a lowly, confused law student, checking your grades online every night for 3 months to finally get that torts grade back. When a law student comes to you for guidance never forget the kindness that many have given you, and pass that kindness on to others. I ask this of you not because I believe that you don't treat people well. Quite on the contrary. You all treat people with exceptional kindness and respect. But I ask this of you because no matter how successful any of us are, never forget or change the great people that you are right now. Because the world not only needs great lawyers, but we need great people. I challenge all of us to not only take the lessons I have learned from my family, you guys, in my education, but to take all the lessons that you have learned from your own and grow to become the best individuals that you can be. I'd like to thank the University of St. Thomas School of Law, its faculty and staff, and my classmates for 3 great years. It truly has been one of the best experiences of my life. Thank you very much.